सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावाधीतं त्रिगुणरहितं गुरुं तं नमामि. Nithyananda, everyone. We welcome you all to this year's Pacchai Vratham program, which we started on the 12th of March and which is going to be continuing for the next 28 days. The Pacchai Vratham is for the purpose of raising the super consciousness of every individual and the humanity as a whole. Let us take a look at the world and our lives right now. And with all of us entering into the fourth year of a post-pandemic world, post-pandemic period, we are with many challenges in terms of dealing with our physical and mental health and well-being in the year 2023. One of the major threat health is that with various relationships in their lives, and this effect doesn't just last for a couple of days or a couple of weeks, but lasts global attention has been brought no sign of slowing down since. The combined impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, the recent wars, and the fears of recession, all of this combined with the community and gun violence in individual states and individual regions has increased an individual's anxiety and mental stress levels. Since the year 2021, cardiovascular diseases such as heart diseases and strokes are the leading causes of global deaths. Cardiovascular diseases account for 28% of deaths in the year 2021. Things like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, obesity, and pollution are all contributing factors to cardiovascular increase in deaths through this. Not only that, but global poverty also has a direct impact on the worldwide health, increasing violence and climate change, and because of which it has increased the unequal distribution of medical resources. Another important aspect, another important part is that the life expectancy of an individual in medium and low income countries has become 34 years lower than what it's supposed to be as per the medical standards. And the mortality rate of children below the age of 5 has increased by more than 100 times. Diabetes is another cause of suffering in American, Central Latin America, and the Caribbean regions. With the world entering in a very dangerous and a very unsafe place for our personal health and our well-being, the Supreme Pontiff of Hindu Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is teaching and sharing the importance as well as initiating us all into the Pacchai Vratham. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has initiated and embarked us all on the journey of Pacchai Vratham many years back. The Pacchai Vratham has multiple benefits of those observing the Vratham. Through the Pacchai Vratham, the science of Kaya Kalpa experientially starts manifesting in all of those observing the Vratham. The Kaya Kalpa science is a science which directly helps you to live for as long as you want, to have a young and healthy body, not just for a couple of extra years in your life or a couple of decades, but even for centuries. You have the possibility to live for centuries with the science of Kaya Kalpa. This science starts immediately expressing and manifesting through you through the Pacchai Vratham. That is the power of the Vratham. Not only that, but the direct grace of Mahaganapati, of Paramashiva, and Parashakti Mariamman, as well as all the 463 powers of Paramashiva, all of them are bestowed and it becomes easier and all these powers start manifesting through you directly. The Pacchai Patni Vratham is observed on the last Sunday of the Tamil month of Masi, and it ends on the last Sunday of the Tamil month of Fanguni. For these 28 days, Devi Mariamman, the manifestation of Devi Parashakti, she herself does the fasting. She herself observes the 28 days of fasting during this time of Pacchai Patni Vratham, not for herself and not for anyone in particular, but for the welfare of all her devotees. Mahamariamman represents the self-purification of the entire Prakriti. We have a beautiful example, a beautiful synonym, where the water element from the ocean is purified by the fire element from the sun, transforming into clouds and showering as rain. This rain purifies the earth and the air space, making it the ultimate purifier. Mahamari, Parashakti, represents the self-purification of the entire Prakriti, the entire nature. Fasting is the purifying process for every individual. During the period of the Vratham, Mahamari, Parashakti, Prakriti, she herself observes the Pacchai Patni Vratham, thereby purifying not only the entire Prakriti, but also offering us the opportunity to purify ourselves along with Devi Parashakti. The Pacchai Patni Vratham, the diet regimen, is designed to spiritually heal our physical and psychological ailments and help clear out all the toxins and blockages from our systems, and to strengthen our immune system to effectively fight off diseases. It helps us to relieve all our stress, our anxiety, and our mental tension. The benefits of observing the Pacchai Patni Vratham are many, but the first and foremost effect which we will immediately start seeing in our life is the purification of our body, which happens through the Vratham. Through the purification of our body, we are naturally creating a space for Paramashiva and for Devi Parashakti to manifest through ourselves. When Paramashiva and Parashakti start manifesting through us, we become a channel. We become a medium for the spiritual healing of the whole world to happen when they manifest through our. Not only that, but the Pacchai is all the blessings of Devi Parashakti are bestowed upon us, especially protects us from all the various diseases, all the various illnesses and ailments which can happen because of the various coronavirus pandemics and all the other diseases which we are seeing right now. Let us now understand the Puranic, the Sthala Puranam, the Puranic story of Devi Parashakti, of Samayapuram. Out of the thousands of Mariamman temples which have been located in and around India, Samayapuram is the first sthala, the first place where Mariamman was worshipped. Samayapuram also happens to be a Shakti Pita, where the eye of Devi Sati fell on the Bhumi, fell on the planet Earth. After the self-immolation of Devi Sati, Parandama, Lord Vishnu, with his Sudarshana Chakra, cut the body of Devi Sati into 54 different pieces, which fell on different parts of the planet. Each place where the body of Sati fell became a Shakti Pita, where a place of Devi Parashakti is worshipped. The temple of Samayapuram is the place where the eye of Devi Sati fell. The temple of Samayapuram Mariamman itself was built by the Vijayanagara king. The Vijayanagara king was traveling northwards to wage war on a certain region. On the way, he stopped and stayed in the place of Samayapuram. At that time, the Vijayanagara king had declared that if he wins the war, he would build a beautiful temple for Devi Mariamman in Samayapuram. With the grace and blessings of Devi Parashakti, the Vijayanagara king was victorious in the war which was waged in the north, and in true word to his commitment, built the temple of Samayapuram Mariamman. Devi Parashakti Mariamman is well known to take care of the practical, down-to-earth problems of her devotees. To protect her devotees from chickenpox and other diseases, as well as to keep the peace in the region, Devi Mariamman Parashakti herself goes around the village in the night personally, ensuring the security, ensuring the peace, and ensuring that the whole place is living in a blissful, enlightened way. People who sleep in the temple of Devi Parashakti in Samayapuram have heard the sounds of Devi's anklets as she makes her rounds, marking her auspicious presence in the temple, marking her auspicious presence in the community. This temple was also visited by King Dasharatha during his reign in Ayodhya and also by King Vikramaditya during his reign in Ujjain. Now we're going to share a beautiful story with all of you from the personal life of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Not one story, but a few stories from the personal life of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where his own direct experiences in relating with Devi Parashakti. Once when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had gone to receive the blessings of Devi Unnamalai Amman, which is the presiding Devi in the Arunachaleshwara temple, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism went to Unnamalai Amman's Sannidhi to have darshan of Devi and take her blessings. In the corner right next to the deity of Unnamalai Amman, suddenly the form of Devi appeared and graced the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had the darshan of Devi Unnamalai Amman. In the darshan of Devi Bhuvaneshwari, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism went into an extreme ecstasy, extreme bliss, extreme joy. It was just such a beautiful and overflowing experience the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had during that moment. Swamiji began laughing and crying out loud in so much of joy and so much of ecstasy, saying that Mother is here, Amma is here. Swamiji then goes to Yogananda Puri, who is the yoga guru of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and exclaims this very excitedly, sharing with him that he saw Devi Bhuvaneshwari with 4 hands. Afterwards, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had come back to his home and carved the deity as he experienced Devi Bhuvaneshwari, as he had seen her in a soapstone. To chisel deities, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism used to have what is called a koni needle, which is a thick, long needle and a kerosene stuff. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism would heat the needle, make a chisel, and start chiseling using a wooden hammer. He would then take it to the friend of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's father's, Purvashram father's friend. Swamiji would take it to him and with his guidance, finish the whole sculpting. This is how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism made the deity of Devi Parashakti. When the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had finished carving of the deity, he took the deity to Raghupati Yogi. And there, Raghupati Yogi took the hand of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to check the subtle flow which is there in his hand. This was a yogic technique to determine whether the body had been exposed to a super high frequency vibration. When Raghupati Yogi realized that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was telling the truth, then he suddenly just prostrated at the feet of Swamiji. And then he cried that exactly the words of Raghupati Yogi, "I am blessed, my boy. It takes a lifetime of spiritual practice to have a vision of Devi. You are indeed a Siddha Purusha. Hereafter, Devi will be your Ishta Devata, your favored deity." This is one experience, one incident in the lifetime, in the childhood of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had the direct experience, direct darshan of Devi Bhuvaneshwari. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism also, through having the darshan and having the imprint of Devi Bhuvaneshwari in the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's inner space, had also been able to carve the Sri Yantra, which is a very complicated design to carve. Though it may look relatively simple, it is not with the same simplicity to be able to carve it. Many people, many stapatis, many sculptures take generations, take years and decades sometimes to even master the art of drawing the geometric figure. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, at such a very young age, with tremendous ease and without the help of any external guides or anything like that, was able to easily carve the Sri Yantra into a copper plate. And not only that, but the measurements after the carving was done, the measurements when it was taken and checked were exact and the way it was needed to be as per the scriptures, as per the reference. These are just some of the various experiences the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has had of Devi Parashakti in his own personal life. There was another beautiful experience, another beautiful story where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was with his Guru Mata Vibhudananda Puri, the Vedanta Guru of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And while they were attending a festival of Devi Mariamman, of Devi Parashakti, at that time, during the festival, a special type of puja, a special type of alankara was needed to offer to Devi Parashakti. It is actually the type of alankara is where the Chandana, it's called the Chandana Kapu Alankara. Through the Chandana Kapu Alankara, beautifully decorates Devi Parashakti and gives a very beautiful different form of her. And so during this one incident where Kuppamal, Mata Vibhudanandapuri, and Swamiji were attending the festival, the priest who was supposed to be doing the Chandana Kapu Alankar had not been present, was not there at that time. And so Kuppamal had asked Swamiji whether Swamiji had seen the Chandana Kapu Alankar been done before, to which Swamiji had replied, yes, Swamiji had previously had seen the Chandana Kapu Alankar. And then Kuppamal had told Swamiji, just go and do the Chandana Kapu Alankar. Swamiji had then asked Kuppamal that he had never done it before. This is the first time he was going to be doing it. And then Kuppamal gave a very beautiful, powerful cognition, very beautiful statement she shared with Swamiji at that moment. Mata Vibhudanandapuri beautifully shared that if the eyes can see, hands should do. And it is this one skill which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, this one powerful cognition, we should not use the word skill, but the one powerful cognition which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is still holding in his life, and is the one of the secrets how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, just by seeing, is able to make anything happen, be it the way the orating skills of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, or the various, so many different thousands of things Swamiji has manifested and made happen towards the revival of making the KAILASA, to make the first Hindu nation. It is just with this one powerful cognition of understanding that if the eyes can see something, if the eyes can see and understand how something is done, then the hands can automatically replicate it. These are just some of the experiences and some of the stories throughout the childhood of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where he witnessed, where he had the darshan of Devi Parashakti. We should understand right now that in Hinduism, Cosmos not only reveres, but celebrates and worships the feminine consciousness, the feminine energy. Women who embody the feminine consciousness are not just revered, but are also respected in the cosmos. Vedas and Agamas, the Hindu tradition does not just give equal rights to women, but Hindu tradition reveres, it honors, and it worships. In the Hindu tradition, in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, everything which is worthy of worship, be it the various gods and devatas, be it the rivers, everything is given and is expressed, is attributed to the feminine consciousness. Female names and the feminine expressions are given for all the Shaktis, all the energies, and all the rivers. In Hindu tradition, the whole earth, the whole of nature is called as Bhuma Devi. Earth is not geography in the Vedic civilization. It is biology. It is a living being, and it is worshipped as Devi. It is worshipped as a female. All the rivers, which is the Ganga, the Yamuna, Saraswati, Narmada, Sindhu, and Kaveri, all the various rivers of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, other than the river of Brahmaputra, all these other rivers are also given feminine names. Hindu tradition is the oldest tradition worshipping divine in the form of woman, in the female form of Devi. Hinduism has a separate sampradaya itself called the Shakta Sampradaya, worshipping the feminine energy, worshipping the highest source of the universe in the form of woman, worshipping woman in the form is one of the core principles, core philosophies of Hindu tradition. It is not just Hinduism gives equal rights to women. Hinduism reveres, honors, and above all worships women. Again and again in the Vedas and in the Agamas, it is repeated that whenever and wherever women are pleased and worshipped, all gods reside there with the bliss and joy. In the Chandi Pata, in the Devi Mahatmyam, which extols 300 verses on Devi Parashakti in the form of Durga. There's a beautiful verse where the whole verse goes, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Matra Rupena word. The correct translation for that would be, whatever exists, Sarva Bhuteshu Matra Rupena Samsitha. Whatever exists in the form of ultimate creativity, Mother, who is residing, Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. I bow down, I bow down, I bow down. I surrender. It is an amazing stotra revealed in the Vedagama scriptures, which extols the depiction of how Hinduism holds, how Hinduism keeps the feminine consciousness, and how Hinduism worships Devi. The essence of mother worship is mothering the cosmos inside of us. If you see, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism himself is fundamentally and basically a Shakta, a mother worshipper. The supreme pontiff of Hinduism became enlightened through the Shakta tradition, through the Sampradaya of worshipping Devi. Because fundamentally, our whole bio-memory, which we live with and which we use on a day-to-day basis, is given to us by our mother. Always the energy expression happens very quickly, very fast through the mother worship. In Hindu tradition and Sanatana Hindu Dharma, there are various different bhavas through which you can relate with and through which you can experience the divine. But in all these other bhavas, it takes a lot of time to experience the energy expression. The Matru Bhava makes the energy expression very quick and very strong. You may be in the body of a female, or you may be in the body of a male. But if you start mothering the cosmos inside of you, you will become the cosmic mother. Mother worship is a different tradition of enlightenment. It is not based on any social law. The masculine part is always social based, but the feminine part is enlightenment based. So whatever religion you may belong to, explore the feminine worship part of that religion. The first and foremost relationship which we form, which we begin to understand, to relate with people, starts with our relationship with our mother. The ability to learn, even the idea to relate with other people also starts with mother. How we relate starts with mother. Our ideas to relate, our ability to interact with other people begins with our mother. The contribution to our life, the first contribution which happens in our life, is contributed to us by our mother. The way we do things or the way we do not do something. Those who have lived around the mother and who have had their mother living around them till the age of 14 are extremely blessed, because you automatically know how to connect with the divine as mother. You do not need a separate lesson learning how to connect to the divine as mother, because you already have developed that through the first 14 years of living with your mother physically. In Hindu tradition, as we had gone over earlier, there are various attitudes, various bhavas, various techniques, various methodologies to help you to connect with the divine, with the higher consciousness. But none of them even come close to comparing with the Matru Bhava, which is connecting with the Divine Mother. The unique contribution to the spiritual consciousness from the Vedic tradition is the sacred feminine worship, bringing that as the mainstream tradition in Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Even if everything, whatever was given by the Vedagamic traditions, even if all of that for some reason gets lost, even due to some sort of calamity or tsunami or earthquake, if all of that becomes lost to all of us for some reason, just if the worship of woman, the worship of mother, the sacred feminine tradition, if that alone is retained, then everything can be completely revived back, because this is the seed. All traditions which miss the worship of the sacred feminine, whether worshipping the sacred feminine or teaching, learning, and understanding the techniques to awaken the sacred feminine, all of those traditions lost their life within 100 years. One of the greatest things which happened to Ramakrishna mission is that Sharda Devi was included in the main altar of worship, which was an important component for the expansion of the Ramakrishna mission. The same way, in the tradition of Ramana Maharishi, it is because the place of Ramana Maharishi's mother was given in the organization, was given as a part of the tradition. Ramana Maharishi's mission is what it is today. So unless the place, the representation for the sacred feminine energy is given, the techniques to awaken the sacred feminine energy happens, neither enlightenment can happen, nor can it be transmitted. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shares during the revelations of the Shiva Sutras, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shares a very beautiful story, a very beautiful incident in the Sthala Puranam of Tiruvannamalai, in the Sthala Puranam of Arunachala. Devi Parashakti came down to Tiruvannamalai and under the guidance of Rishi Gautama, sat and did penance, sat and did tapas to realize the Ardhanarishwara within herself. And so if you actually take the original verses, original scriptures reference, which are given, which are mentioned in the Purana, in the Arunachala Mahatmya Purana, it is very clearly mentioned that Devi Parashakti, not realizing her masculine energy component, but awaken the divine feminine energy component within herself. It is through this awakening of the divine feminine consciousness within herself, Devi Parashakti realized her Ardhanarishwara part, start expressing the energy and the consciousness of Ardhanarishwara. All energy, whatever we know as creation, all of that is feminine consciousness. All of that is the consciousness of Devi Parashakti. And everything which is needed for the expression of Devi Parashakti to happen, all of those things are what we call as the male component. Whether it is the energy of rejuvenation, whether it is the various energies, any other energy which is needed to make the feminine consciousness express through our being, to express in the cosmos itself, all of that part alone is the masculine component. Everything else is the feminine consciousness, feminine component. If you actually see and observe during the festivals, or if you have visited any of the temples, especially in southern India, you will see that many of the gods, many of them have two separate wives. These two separate wives should not be understood as two separate women, but they are two representations of the various parts and various aspects of the feminine consciousness. Because it is only through the feminine consciousness can the energy of enlightenment be achieved, can the realization of enlightenment happen. And so now, let us enter into the meditation process conducted by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to prepare ourselves to receive Devi Parashakti. This meditation process is a guided meditation given by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, guided by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, to understand and to prepare our being to receive Devi Parashakti. After this meditation, we're going to be witnessing a puja, going to be witnessing the ritualistic offering of our devotion and our gratitude to Devi Mariamman, which is going to be happening live in the Nithyananda Paramashiva Devalayam in Adi KAILASA in Vidya. So with the grace of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, with his grace and blessings, let us now use this opportunity to prepare ourselves to receive the blessings, to receive Devi Parashakti. It is this ritual which is the important aspect, important part of the whole Pacchai Pattini Vratham, which ensures its success. This is the difference between intermittent fasting and Vratham. Because in the intermittent fasting, it is only your personal will, your conscious sankalpa, which is at play. And unfortunately, in all of us, our conscious sankalpa is not as strong as the parasites, the various microbes, and the various engrams sitting inside our system. It is because of these parasites, these engrams, and these microbes which are residing in the stomach, in our gut, and various other parts of our body, which triggers our compulsive patterns and compulsive decision making. And it is only through the vrata, because no matter how many fastings you do, no matter what all methods you try to do in your life, your will is unfortunately not as strong as these microbes, as these parasites sitting inside your gut. And so that is why in Hindu tradition, the Vratham is not the same as the intermittent fasting. Because in Vratham, there's an important aspect which is added, and that is the connecting with the divine, connecting with the ultimate. When your sankalpa, your individual consciousness, when your mama sankalpa becomes coupled, joins, and becomes a part of the Shiva sankalpa, when you worship and pray to Paramashiva, to Mahadeva, to Parashakti, to please allow their conscious will to become a part of your individual will, Vratham successful. That is what makes all your intermittent fasting successful. And so this is the major difference between intermittent fasting and the Vratham. So right now, to make our Vratham successful, we're going to be witnessing and having darshan of Devi Parashakti, as well as offering our puja, our gratitude and our respect to her during this moment. So before we enter into the puja directly, let us take a few more minutes now to bring ourselves to restful awareness, bring ourselves to the space of Nirvikalpa Samadhi, and prepare ourselves to receive Devi Parashakti. So please sit straight with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Close your eyes and bring your awareness to the Ananda Gandha. Visualize the supreme founder of Hinduism. Visualize Swamiji residing in your Ananda Gandha as Devi Parashakti. And start chanting the Mahavakya mantra, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. And allow the mantra to reverberate through your entire being. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे
सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तं वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. I am happy to announce that we are inaugurating Nithyananda Vedic Sciences University on November 9th. In Montclair, we got a property where we will have our university and temple and all our spiritual services. The university will stand for Vedic tradition and it will do further research and development and spread all the Vedic sciences to the world. We will have a temple with a largest size murtis and largest number in USA. And all our spiritual services like Nitya Yoga, Nitya Puja teaching and Little Anandas, everything will be held in that place. It's a 2-acre lot with a 25,000 square feet built up area. Big. That will be a city temple and city campus for our whole tradition and activities. Today we will start the whole process with the worship of Mother Energy, Devi Energy. On November 9th, Deepavali day, we are going to have the inauguration. So now, I can say today is the beginning of the new energy for the whole new work. Before entering into the Sri Vidya Puja, I just wanted to say a few words on Sri Vidya. The Vedic rishis have created different kinds of techniques, methods, paths to connect with the cosmic consciousness, to experience the cosmic energy. I can say the most sweet, authentic and beautiful path is connecting with the divine in the Matrubhava as a mother. See, our masters have done so much of research and development in the inner space. They created thousands, I can say millions of paths. People ask me, why Hindus have crores of gods? Because we have done so much of research and development in the field. I ask them, why do you have different varieties of cars? Because you have done so much of research and development in that field. So much of thirst for luxury, comfort. So naturally, you developed different kinds of cars. Our masters had so much of thirst for the inner fulfillment. So they have developed so many different paths to achieve the ultimate experience. Vedic tradition offers millions and millions of paths to achieve the ultimate consciousness, enlightenment. The path of relating with the existence in the form of mother is such a sweet, divine path. I can say this is the most easiest path. And straight away you can start connecting. Everybody, even if you have not lived with your mother, you will carry the feeling, that beautiful memory or the idea of mother-son relationship. Even if you never lived with your mother, you would have had enough of ideas from others how a mother-son relationship will be. The inner space can easily connect with the divine if you connect with the divine in the form of mother and son relationship. It's very easy to relate with the divine in the form of mother. We call it in Sanskrit Matrubhava. We call it Matrubhava. Looking at the divine as the mother, experiencing the divine as the mother, the first strong relationship any human being experiences is mother. That's the first strong relationship, and that stays inside your system forever. So turning that samskaras, that relationship, that mood, that feeling towards the ultimate is the Matrubhava. Connecting with the ultimate through the relationship of the mother. There are so many other bhavas. Dasa bhava, feeling connected to divine in the form of the Lord and servant. Feeling connected to divine in the form of the beloved, Madhura bhava. Feeling connected to the divine with the feeling of Vatsalya bhava as a son. But this Matru bhava, such a powerful method, it is a complete path. It can lead you to the enlightenment, ultimate, by itself, by its very base. So first, enter into that Matrubhava, then whatever you chant, whatever you do, will take you to the deeper and deeper spaces where you can experience the true divine energy, the true mother energy. Close your eyes and inhale and exhale as deeply as possible, as slowly as possible. Feel your Manipuraga chakra, navel center. Remember your physical mother who gave you this body. Give her your deep respect and gratitude for giving you this body. Whether ideologically you feel connected to her or not is not important. Feel grateful and give your respect just because she gave you this body. Feel connected to her. She is the gate through which you will start feeling the mother of the universe. First feel connected to your mother who gave you your body, the body in which you are residing. Give your respect to her body intelligence. Just because of the intelligence of her body, your body came into existence. So thank her. Thank her body intelligence, which gave you beautiful body in such good shape. Give your deep, humble respect and gratitude to her. Offer it at her feet consciously. Let your inner space be filled by her and your deep, loving feeling towards her. She is the gate through which you will experience the cosmic mother. Today I want all of you to understand the whole tradition of Sri Vidya. Actually today I am talking and conducting not just for the 100 people who are here, to create a clear, to set a trend, to teach and to create a basic manual. So you guys are fortunate that you are going through the original version. I am expressing step by step everything about Sri Vidya. Internalize it with a deep patience and silence. First thing, let your body be arrested. Means, not even the small movements. Do not allow. Just first arrest your body. That will completely settle down your system. First sit very comfortably and see that you have your space. Means nobody is touching you, hitting you. Just be completely comfortable. If you really can't sit on the ground, you can get your chair. You can get your chair. Maybe this last row we can dedicate it to the people who can't sit on the ground. You can have your chair, and you can have one more chair and have the yantra on that. Anybody who feels you have the puja, you are doing puja and you have yantra, but you can't sit on the ground, you can sit on the chair. Come asanam, where you are comfortable and steady, is the seat. This is the first thing you need to do for Sri Vidya. Having comfortable and steady seat, where your body movements are arrested, where you don't need to move this way and that way, where at least for next 1 hour, you are completely comfortable. Even if you don't know who is your mother, even if you never lived with her, from the day one, even if you are separated from your mother, the subtle connection through umbilical cord, through your navel chakra and her navel chakra continues to exist till you leave the body. And there are millions of not only the Vedic stories and references, even thousands of scientific researchers are proving the mental state of the mother continues to work on you positively or negatively till you become enlightened or leave the body. Understand? Only when your umbilical cord connection starts connecting with the cosmic mother, your physical mother connection stops existing. Means till you become enlightened, you continue to connect with your physical mother. The mother relationship is natural. Father relationship is societal. I think in the modern day society, the father is going to lose his place, especially after the sperm banks. You don't need a father. Injection is more than enough. Because it is a societal relationship. But mother is a natural relationship. In the Vedic tradition, you carry the mother's name. Only after Western invasion into India, they started carrying father's name. The Gotra is transferred in Rigveda based on mother. Only in Yajurveda, means the latter day, they started doing it with the father. The whole tradition, the whole true knowledge or the whole experience can be achieved, traced back, if you can catch the mother energy. If you can touch the mother energy, you continue to retain the connection with the mother even if you have not seen her or lived with her. Now we are using that same connection, that subtle connection, to connect with the cosmic mother. Understand? You have 3 levels of mothers. 1, the physical mother who gave you the body. 2, the mothers of your mental structure. I can't say mother, mothers of your mental structure. Because the mental setup which you carry is given to you by many people, your professors, your teachers, your direct warm circle, friends and family. They are all mothers of your mind and ultimately mother of your being, the Parashakti, and a master who gives you enlightenment. Master who leads you towards enlightenment and the cosmic energy itself is the ultimate mother. Now, first connecting to the physical mother, you create an inner space where you are ready to connect. Then you can connect with the cosmic mother, who is mother of the whole universe. First you connect with the mother who gave you this body. Then you connect with the mother who gave you the air to breathe, the place to sit, and energy to see, energy to feel, above all, energy to feel that you exist, the energy to remember that you exist, the energy to celebrate that you exist. She is the cosmic mother. Connecting with the cosmic mother is the Sri Vidya Puja. Understand, the plate which you have in front of your eyes is your very body. Inside your body you have 43 energies. In the triangle you will see 43 triangles. It's a very strange diagram, I can say diagram. It will look very complex if you see superficially. If you study a little bit, it is a very simple diagram. 43 triangles will be there. You have 43 energies in your system. Energy to breathe, energy to exhale, energy to get anger, energy for lust, energy to see. All these things are energies. If you integrate all the 43 energies towards one point, you are enlightened. You are connected to cosmic energy. So now you are invoking all the 43 energies which resides inside the yantra, means your own body. When you invoke all the 43 energies, when you ask them, please express yourself in a full form in this very body, when they start opening up, when they are completely integrated, you will become Devi. You will become cosmic energy. You are connected to cosmic mother. That is the science of Sri Vidya worship. That is the science of Sri Vidya. I used to tell a story. Of course, it's not a story, it's a research. There is something called art therapy. When mad people, if they continuously, if they are allowed to paint, scratch, they make all kinds of crazy paintings. But within a month, their madness reduces. They become all right. A doctor who was studying all these paintings, he says, whoever became mad because of money, greed, they all paint and scratch in the same way. Whoever became mad because of women, lust, they all paint and scratch in the same way. Whoever became mad because of name and fame, they all paint and scratch in the same way. This shows whatever is your experience, you express. And another one funny thing is the doctor who studied all these things became mad. Not true. Means what? Whatever you are, if you are contemplating or meditating on the expression, you achieve the same experience. The same experience happens to you. Two things. Whatever is experience is expressed in the form of art. If you intensely concentrate on the expression, you experience the same thing which the person experiences when he expresses. These two you need to understand. Now, the diagram which you have in front of you, the artwork, is the expression of enlightenment. If you meditate, concentrate, contemplate on it, you will achieve the same inner space. Anybody who concentrates on the yantra, which is expressed by an enlightened being, will experience the same enlightenment experience, same inner space. So throughout the puja, take care, your eyes do not move this way or that way. Keep your kumkum in a very restful way. Let your hands be in a completely restful way, where you don't need to move your eyes this side and that side, where you don't need to move your body this side and that side. Let your eyes be completely fixed on that yantra. Just completely in a very relaxed way. You don't have to concentrate. You don't have to irritate yourself. You don't have to frighten yourself. In a very relaxed way, very loving, very caring way. How you will look at a rose, how you look at a child. Same way, look at that yantra in a very relaxed, very deep, very loving way. Your very mother energy, the energy out of which you came to exist, energy out of which you happened, is there. So the yantra represents all the 43 energy which is inside your system. The yantra is actually representing cosmic counterpart of your energies. You have different energies in your system. The planets can be called as cosmic counterparts of you. Different planets, different energies which are in the cosmos, though which is your counterpart, is represented by the yantra. It is an expression of an enlightenment. So when you meditate on it, you will have that same inner space. You will achieve the same inner space of enlightenment. So look at the yantra in a very loving, caring, deep, respectful way, with a gratitude, how you will look at your mother when you have a real understanding about her. How you will look at your child when you have innocent love towards the child. In that respectful, loving, gratitude way, look at the yantra, and we will now invoke the energies, all the 43 energies. Some of you may not understand Sanskrit. You don't have to worry. I am going to explain every step in English. So you do not have to bother about understanding the Sanskrit word. If you just capture the idea which I am telling in English, that's more than enough. I will guide you step by step through the puja. I will guide you step by step into the puja. Remember to completely relaxed, and remember completely to be involved with the yantra. Be in a complete restful awareness. Do not choose, do not be violent that you have to concentrate. If you miss, you will miss something. Then you will be constantly disturbing yourself. In a very relaxed way. Concentrate in a very relaxed way, very loving way, so that your inner space travels with me. Your inner space experiences me. Your inner space goes through the whole guiding process. If you have yantra, look at the yantra. If you don't have yantra, your body is yantra. So just relax your awareness into your Anandagandha, below the Anahata, above the Manipuraga. This is the area where that Sri Chakra is there. So just relax in that area. If your body is pure, you will feel the Sri Chakra inside. Understand? At the age of 10, in the Devi temple of my native place, I had the darshan of the Sri Chakra. The longest puja I ever practiced is the Sri Vidya Puja in my life. If I have to say, what is the puja I practiced personally in my life? For 8 years I practiced this puja. This is the worship, this is the ritual I practiced by myself. The TV they put an ad, na? This is the medicine I give for my family. This is the medicines I use on my body. So this is the puja I did for myself. The day I had the darshan of the Sri Chakra, of course I was not aware that it is Sri Chakra. I was a 10-year-old boy. Suddenly I saw a beautiful form, geometrical form in the Devi temple. Went to the home and started carving myself. That whole thing, whatever I saw in a copper sheet. Then at the time was my inspiration. The great inspiration. Her name was Mataji Vipudananda Devi, Kuppammal, we call her. She saw that chakra and she said, how did you do this? It is impossible. I said, I had the darshan. So whatever I saw, I started drawing. She said, you are blessed. And she initiated me into the puja method, into the procedure of the puja. And she taught me this science. And continuously for so many years, without missing even a single day, I practiced this puja. Till there was a time when I can say that fulfillment happened. No need for physically sitting and doing. Till that time, I continuously practiced this puja. So, it's a very powerful, intense method, technique to purify your inner space and raise your consciousness, connect your consciousness with the cosmic mother, with the cosmic consciousness. If you do not have yantra in front of you, put your awareness below the Anahata, above the Manipuraka, means below the heart center, above the navel center. This is the area you have your inner yantra. Put your awareness in that area, in that space. If you have yantra, put your awareness on the yantra. Now, we will start the puja.
स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पति
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda.
नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरि परमशिवशक्तिमध्यमां नित्यानन्दपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां ललाटे त्रिपुण्ड्रे निटिलकृतकस्तूरीतिलकः स्फुरन्मालाधारस्फुरितकटिकौपीनवसनः दधानो दुस्तारं शिरसि फणिराजं शशिकलां प्रदीपः सर्वेषाम् अरुणगिरियोगी विजयते ॐ सत्यै नमः ॐ साध्व्यै नमः ॐ भवप्रीतायै नमः ॐ भवान्यै नमः ॐ भवमोचन्यै नमः ॐ आर्यायै नमः ॐ दुर्गायै नमः ॐ जयायै नमः ॐ आद्यायै नमः ॐ त्रिनेत्रायै नमः ॐ शूलधारिण्यै नमः ॐ पिनाकधारिण्यै नमः ॐ चित्रायै नमः ॐ चण्डघण्टायै नमः ॐ महातपायै नमः ॐ मनरूपायै नमः ॐ बुद्ध्यै नमः ॐ अहङ्कारायै नमः ॐ चित्तरूपायै नमः ॐ चितायै नमः ॐ चित्यै नमः ॐ सर्वमन्त्रमय्यै नमः ॐ सत्तायै नमः ॐ सत्यानन्दस्वरूपिण्यै नमः ॐ अनन्तायै नमः ॐ भाविन्यै नमः ॐ भव्यायै नमः ॐ भव्यायै नमः ॐ अभव्यायै नमः ॐ सदागत्यै नमः ॐ शाम्भव्यै नमः ॐ देवमात्रे नमः ॐ चिन्तायै नमः ॐ रत्नप्रियाय सदायै नमः ॐ सर्वविद्यायै नमः ॐ दक्षकन्यायै नमः ॐ दक्षयज्ञविनाशिन्यै नमः ॐ अपर्णायै नमः ॐ अनेकवर्णायै नमः ॐ पाटलायै नमः ॐ पाटलावत्यै नमः ॐ पट्टाम्बरपरिधानायै नमः ॐ कलमञ्जीररञ्जिन्यै नमः ॐ अमेयविक्रमायै नमः ॐ क्रूरायै नमः ॐ सुन्दरायै नमः ॐ सुरसुन्दर्यै नमः ॐ वनदुर्गायै नमः ॐ मातङ्ग्यै नमः ॐ मतङ्गमुनिपूजितायै नमः ॐ ब्राह्म्यै नमः ॐ माहेश्वर्यै नमः ॐ ऐन्द्र्यै नमः ॐ कौमार्यै नमः ॐ वैष्णव्यै नमः ॐ चामुण्डायै नमः ॐ वाराह्यै नमः ॐ लक्ष्म्यै नमः ॐ पुरुषाकृत्यै नमः ॐ विमलायै नमः ॐ उत्कर्षिण्यै नमः ॐ ज्ञानायै नमः ॐ क्रियायै नमः ॐ नित्यायै नमः ॐ बुद्धिदायै नमः ॐ बहुलायै नमः ॐ बहुलप्रेमायै नमः ॐ सर्ववाहनवाहनायै नमः ॐ निशुम्भशुम्भहनन्यै नमः ॐ महिषासुरमर्दिन्यै नमः ॐ मधुकैटभहन्त्र्यै नमः ॐ चण्डमुण्डविनाशिन्यै नमः ॐ सर्वासुरविनाशिन्यै नमः ॐ सर्वदानवघातिन्यै नमः ॐ सर्वशास्त्रमय्यै नमः ॐ सत्यायै नमः ॐ सर्वास्त्रधारिण्यै नमः ॐ अनेकशस्त्रहस्तायै नमः ॐ अनेकास्त्रधारिण्यै नमः ॐ कुमार्यै नमः ॐ एककन्यायै नमः ॐ कैशोर्यै नमः ॐ युवत्यै नमः ॐ यत्यै नमः ॐ अप्रौढायै नमः ॐ प्रौढायै नमः ॐ वृद्धमात्रे नमः ॐ बलप्रदायै नमः ॐ महोदर्यै नमः ॐ मुक्तकेश्यै नमः ॐ घोररूपायै नमः ॐ महाबलायै नमः ॐ अग्निज्वालायै नमः ॐ रौद्रमुख्यै नमः ॐ कालरात्र्यै नमः ॐ तपस्विन्यै नमः ॐ नारायण्यै नमः ॐ भद्रकाल्यै नमः ॐ विष्णुमायायै नमः ॐ जलोदर्यै नमः ॐ शिवदूत्यै नमः ॐ कराळ्यै नमः ॐ अनन्तायै नमः ॐ परमेश्वर्यै नमः ॐ कात्यायन्यै नमः ॐ सावित्र्यै नमः ॐ प्रत्यक्षायै नमः ॐ ब्रह्मवादिन्यै नमः श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति श्री इन्द्राक्षिदेव्यै नमो नमः। नेत्राणां दशभिष्यतैः परिवृताम् अत्युग्रचर्माम्बरां हेमाभां महतीं विलम्बितशिखां मामुक्तकेशान्वितां घण्टामण्डितपादपद्मयुगलां नागेन्द्रकुम्भस्तनीं इन्द्राक्षीं परिचिन्तयामि सततं प्रत्यक्षसिद्धिप्रदाम् ॐ धूरसि धूर्वधूर्वन्तं धूर्वतयोऽस्मान् धूर्वतितं वयं धूर्वामस्त्वं देवानामशिषस्तितमं पप्रितमं दुष्टतमं वह्नितमं देवहूतममहृतमसि हविर्दानं दृगुंहस्वमाह्वा मित्रस्य त्वा चक्षुषा प्रेक्षे माभेर्मा संविक्था मा त्वाहि गुंसिषुम् ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं इन्द्राक्षीं श्रीं पें स्वाहा श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति श्री इन्द्राक्षीदेव्यै नमः धूपमाघ्रापयामि ॐ उद्दीप्य स्वजातवेदोपघ्नन्निरृतिं मम पशोगश्च मह्यमावह जीवनं च दिशो दिशा मानो हि पुंसीज्जातवेदो कामश्वं पुरुषं जगते अबिभ्रदग्न आगहि श्रिया मा परिपातय ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं इन्द्राक्षीं श्रीं पें स्वाहा श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति श्री इन्द्राक्षीदेव्यै नमः दीपं सन्दर्शयामि अथ नैवेद्यम् ॐ मधुवाताऋतायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीर्नः सन्तोषधीः मधुनक्तमुतोषसि मधुमत्पार्थिवगुं रजः मधुद्यौरस्तु नः पिता मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुमागुम् अस्तु सूर्यः माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः मधु 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 ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं इन्द्राक्षीं श्रीं पें स्वाहा श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति श्री इन्द्राक्षीदेव्यै नमः नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि ॐ सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते सृष्टिस्थितिविनाशानां शक्तिभूते सनातनी गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते शरणागतदीनार्थपरित्राणपरायणे सर्वस्यार्त्यहरे देवि नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं इन्द्राक्षीं श्रीं पें स्वाहा श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति श्री इन्द्राक्षीदेव्यै नमः कर्पूरनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षान् धारयामि शोणाद्रीशावताराय ज्योतिस्तम्भस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रदाताय नित्यानन्देश्वररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् मूलप्रकृतिरूपाय परमशिवशक्तिस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् दण्डत्रिशूलहस्ताय कालकालस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् आदिपूज्याय देवाय सकृत्पूर्णत्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् सर्वाभयविनाशकाय शत्रुसंहाररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् योगभट्टाभिषिक्ताय राजसन्न्यासधारिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् सार्वभौमैकपत्याय राजराजार्चिताय च श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलं कल्पवृक्षाय मङ्गलं ज्ञानदायिने परमशिवाय श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वराय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलं श्रीविद्याम्बायै मङ्गलं कामदायिन्यै सर्वमङ्गलदात्रे नित्यानन्देश्वर्यै मङ्गलम् मङ्गलं गुरुदेवाय मोक्षमूलाय मङ्गलम् परमावताराय नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे मङ्गलम् त्वं स्मृतमहं धन्य मम प्राणमहेश्वर गङ्गाधर नामेति स्तोत्रस्थानं ददाम्यहम् हरिः ॐ तत्सत् सर्वं भगवच्छ्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवपादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
That was such a powerful and beautiful darshan of Devi Parashakti, Mariamman, in the same space of the oneness which were established in after having the darshan of Devi Parashakti. Let us enter into the power manifestation. Today again we are going to be manifesting the power of body scanning, but in the body scanning power itself we are going to do something more special and something more exciting today. So today we are going to be scanning the other person where any injury or any kind of a surgery that that person has had, or any stitch on their body, or any surgery that that person has gone through, you're going to be scanning that for the other person. Today's power is again body scanning. So now let us get ready to manifest this power. Now you can call anyone you have, whether they're your friends or your family member, anyone that you feel that you do not know much about anything, that any of the injuries that they have gone through or anything that they have had in their life like this. You can call them and you can tell them that you are going to be manifesting this divine power for them. So now you can call anyone you like to manifest this power for. You have 5 minutes to call them and start manifesting the power. The power of the body scanning itself has been described in the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra by Paramashiva himself. In the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, the Sutra 54 and Dharana 31, the Shastra Pramana is Swadehe Jagato Vapi Sukshma Sukshma Tarani Cha Tattvani Yani Nilayam Dhyattvante Vyajyate Para. The translation goes, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constitutive principles of your whole body, the Swadeha, or the whole universe, simultaneously consists of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause, which is the Sadashiva. By the experience of such restfulness, one becomes complete from all the thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, the Paradevi Adishakti, is revealed. And the supreme power manifestation happens. So this is the power manifestation which Paramashiva has revealed in the Agamas itself, in the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. This is a Shastra Pramana. In the Hindu way of teaching, or the methodology of teaching, there are 4 ways where it's taught. There are 4 different levels of the verification that happens in Hinduism. First is the Shastra Pramana, which is the scriptural reference, whether it is revealed by some gods, which is like Paramashiva himself, revealing in all the agamas. They are called the scriptural references, which is the Shastra Pramana. Next is the Apta Pramana, where these signs, these Shastras that has been revealed in the agamas or all the other scriptures, goes through a time-tested test by the great Aptas, the Rishis, or any other great beings who have lived and tested these sciences and used it on themselves. Next is the Atma Pramana, from whom we are getting this initiation, our Guru, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself. They must have tested this science on themselves before giving this to the whole world, to all of us. And then only it becomes the Sakshi Pramana for all of us, when those experiences, those Shaktis, or anything that we are getting initiated into, that becomes a reality in our life when it has gone through all of these three acid washes: the Shastra Pramana, Apta Pramana, then the Atma Pramana. These powers that we are revealing now, which Swamiji has revealed to us and we are manifesting now, has gone through the acid wash, and we are manifesting all of these powers. Swamiji himself, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, has used this power of the body scanning when Swamiji had fallen down from the horse and had a multiple hand fracture on his hand. He had used this power to scan himself and heal his own body after that incident. So now, let us get ready to manifest the power. We are going to be starting the power manifestation in the next 2 minutes. Actually, in the next 1 minute, we are going to be starting the power manifestation. Anyone who you want to manifest for, you can ask them to just write down anything that they have in their body, whether it's a small stitch or any of the injuries that they had, or anywhere they went through a surgery. We can be specific to any kind of a surgery where they had a stitch on their body or some kind of an implant has been added to their body. Anywhere like this, they can write down anything in a piece of paper, or they can type it down on their phones as well. And they should keep it with themselves. They should not be revealing this to you right now. Once the power manifestation is done, once you scan them, once Swamiji reveals these things to you, then we are going to be checking those revelations with what they have written down on their papers. Yes, now we are going to be starting the power manifestation. Everyone, please sit down. If you can sit on the ground, you can sit on the ground, and make sure to sit in Padmasana if you can to manifest the powers. Sit straight. Sit straight with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Close your eyes. Visualize the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in your third eye. Any form of Swamiji, any form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, any darshan that you had, that you connected to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in the space of oneness, in the ultimate state of bliss, in that state of Paramashivatva itself. Remember any form of Swamiji, of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in your third eye. Let us chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let us now start manifesting the power. First, request Swamiji in your third eye to reveal any place where that person has had any kind of a surgery in their body. Just request Swamiji, Swamiji, please show me anything, anywhere, please reveal wherever that person has had any surgery in their body. And also you can request for the healing for that person to happen if they are suffering from any after effects of that surgery also. You can request Swamiji to heal them. And this power manifestation, when we are scanning the other person's body, not only that you are just scanning that person and leaving it, when you scan that person, if there is any healing that needs to be done to that person, that healing also automatically happens in their body, because when just the third eye of Paramashiva falls on that person just completely becomes healed, and they also start radiating and manifesting these powers. So they will be completely healed. So you can also request Swamiji to do the healing, and you can, once you request Swamiji and you start seeing with your third eye, whatever is revealed from Swamiji, whatever Swamiji reveals to you, you can write those things down on a piece of paper. We have 4 more minutes to manifest the power. Let us continuously chant the Mahavakya. You can chant the Mahavakya aloud, or you can chant the Mahavakya in your throat center. Just continuously visualize Swamiji. Make sure to keep your head, neck and spine in a straight line while you're doing the power manifestation. If you're having anything that you're seeing in your third eye, if you're having any doubt that, oh, this might not be what that person's having, or this is not something that person would have, anything like that, just drop all of that at Swamiji's feet and write down exactly whatever you're seeing in your third eye. If you apply any logic to the power manifestation that we are doing, the power manifestation, you won't manifest it completely. So just drop all the power, all the logic that your mind is trying to apply on this. Just let Swamiji manifest through your body and manifest these powers, and you will see that you are manifesting these powers. We have 2 more minutes to manifest the power. Let us continuously, intensely chant the Mahavakya in our throat center. Sit straight and continuously chant the Mahavakya. Please make sure that you're writing down everything that is revealed in your third eye. Do not miss out anything. Write everything down exactly as Swamiji is revealing it to you. If you see anything that person has to follow, any changes in their lifestyle or any diet that they have to follow, or anything, any solution for any of the problems also that person is facing because of that surgery or anything that they have gone through, you can reveal that as well to them if you see anything like that. If Swamiji is showing anything specific like that to you, you can reveal that as well to them. We have a few more seconds. Continue to write down everything that you see. Yes, now you can relax. We have manifested the power of body scanning and scanning for the surgeries of the other person specifically. That's so beautiful now. Now what we are going to be doing is we are going to be verifying the revelations that we have had in our third eye. Whatever Swamiji has revealed to us, we are going to be verifying that with what the other person who you scanned for has written down in their papers, have written down. Now we are going to be verifying that. You can ask the other person to, actually first what you should do is you should share to the other person that this is what that you have written down, all the things that you have written down. You can tell one by one to them. If you're on a call, you can tell one by one to them. Or if you want to take a photo of whatever you have written down and send it to the other person, that also you can do. And once you send it, once you tell to the other person, that person who you're scanning for should verify the revelations that Swamiji had revealed to you and see how much of what you have written down as actually what that person is. For everyone who has exactly matched has exactly got everything right, you have already started manifesting the power. You are already a power manifester now. And for everyone who has gotten like a few things correct but not everything correct, you are still manifesting the power, and you are also manifesting the power. You should know that you are already starting to manifest the power. So every single one of us here have already started manifesting the power. So now let us verify. We have 3 minutes for the verification. You can quickly finish verifying all the revelations that you've had from Swamiji with the person who you scanned for. And once you finish the verification, you can go to the Facebook and share your experiences over there. And also make sure to take photos of you doing the power manifestation. You can ask anyone who is there with you, you can ask them to take a photo of you doing the power manifestation, or you can take a photo of yourself. You can take a selfie and you can share that also in the Facebook. And also when we are doing these power manifestation, we are not just manifesting these powers, we are also manifesting powerful cognition, and we are manifesting Swamiji himself, Paramashiva himself from our body. So every single time we are manifesting these powers, we are having a higher powerful cognitions. Every time we are manifesting, we are having a click in ourselves when we are doing these power manifestations. So you can share those powerful cognitions and the clicks that you're having inside you as well. You can make a short video of you doing the power manifestation and sharing your experience of how, when you are manifesting these powers, so many things inside you itself started getting completion. Like so many incompletions that you had inside you before doing the power manifestation, how all of them just disappear. They will just become redundant in your life when you just do this power manifestation. All of them will just melt away and you will just be radiating Swamiji inside your body and in your being itself. So we can share all of the experiences in the social media, in Facebook. And when you're doing the sharing, you can use the hashtag of Pacchai Vratham, which is hashtag PPV. You can use hashtag Mariamman. You can use hashtag KAILASA, hashtag Power Manifestation, and also the hashtag Nithyananda. You can use these 5 hashtags to do the sharing in Facebook. And after this power manifestation session, we are going to be having upcoming exciting segments. So please stay tuned. Let us now continue to verify and post our experiences. We have 3 more minutes to post our experience now. Every day, we are going to be having exciting power manifestations, exciting powers of body scanning and other powers as well. So make sure to manifest these powers every day. Come for the power manifestation session and the darshan of Devi Parashakti, which we're having, Mariamman darshan, which we're having every day during the puja. Please make sure that you're here at this time to manifest these powers and have the darshan of Devi Parashakti.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham.
Once you finish sharing your experience, and if you are still sharing your experience also, you can share. If you want to share, or if the other person is okay to share, you can share what was revealed to you by Paramashiva, by Swamiji himself. What Swamiji revealed to you, you can share that as well. And if you got any solution, you can share those solutions. If any solutions was revealed to you, you can share those as well. In a few minutes, we are going to be moving on to the further segments of this. Today is the 3rd day of the Pacchai Pattini Vratham, and for all those who are doing the Pacchai Pattini Vratham, you can also share your Pacchai Pattini Vratham experience as well. You can go to the Facebook and share your experiences on the Pacchai Pattini Vratham. You can make a video of you sharing your experience. You can take a few minutes to do that as well. You can share your experiences of how the Pacchai Pattini Vratham is going on for you. And when you're posting your experience, make sure to use the hashtag Mariamman, hashtag PPV, which is the Pacchai Pattini Vratham, hashtag KAILASA, and hashtag Nithyananda. You can use these hashtags to post your experience if you are doing it for the Pacchai Pattini Vratham itself. Now, it is time to move on to the next segment. With this, thank you, Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Nithyananda, after having this beautiful darshan of Devi Parashakti Mariamman and the grace and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and have also manifested the superconscious powers of Paramashiva, let us now understand about the different aspects of the Vedagamic lifestyle as described in Hinduism. The Pacchai Vratham, which we are all following at this moment, is a part of the tradition from Samayapuram Mariamman. This tradition, the instructions laid down for the Pacchai Vratham is given in the source scriptures of Hinduism. The Vedagamas, which represent and is the source scriptures of Hinduism, is broken down into parts. The Agama is broken down into 4 major parts: the Charya Pada, the Kriya Pada, the Yoga Pada, and the Jnana Pada. Charya means lifestyle. It starts from the personal hygiene, keeping the place around us, the environment around us clean, keeping our inner space clean. Everything put together is lifestyle. Paramashiva in the Agamas has described even the most basic of things, such as how we should wake up in the morning, how we should brush our teeth, how we should wash ourselves and take bath. Every single thing, every single aspect of our life has been beautifully detailed by Paramashiva in the Vedagamas. From the time we wake up till the time we go to bed, till the time we fall asleep, everything is a spiritual process. Agama is the only spiritual inner science which helps us to manifest whatever we want as a reality. More than 70,000 years ago, Paramashiva revealed these sacred truths, these sacred scriptures, to not only how the building should be constructed, not only for the construction and the rules and guidances for the outer world, but also to help us manifest each and every aspect of our life, what we want, the way we want it, to help us manifest each and every aspect of it. Paramashiva has given the guidance for that as well. Agama is the only spiritual inner science to manifest anything, to manifest whatever we want as a reality. It can be one of the biggest and greatest things as bringing God down into a stone for the purpose for us to worship that God, that Devata, to make him live in the stone. For this, Paramashiva has given a kriya, has given a process. For things which may look mundane, but do trouble us in our life, such as the migraines we go through, our headache, our stomach pains, even for these small, minute, basic things, Paramashiva has given a kriya, has given a process. Not just for our own benefit, for our own well-being, even if you want to help others, if you want to enrich and give spiritual transformation to others as well, even for that, there is a process. If you want to heal the cancer of someone else, there is a process for that as well. If you want to bring the sun, if you want to bring the rain, for every single aspect, whatever possible, which we would need to manifest in our lives, whatever possible, which we would need to achieve in our life, for each and every aspect, for each and everything, there is a guide, and that is a kriya, a process given by Paramashiva in the Vedagamas. The Agamas are vast, and there are more than thousands of various kriyas, thousands of various techniques, which Paramashiva has revealed in all of them. We may not need all the kriyas in our life for our own well-being, for what we need to manifest in our life. We may not have all of them. We may not need all of them. But even just practice knowing the science, knowing that the science exists, and practicing even a few of these kriyas helps us to manifest the reality as we want it. To awaken the completion inside of us, to awaken the strength, to awaken joy, to awaken respect for ourselves, about ourselves. For all of these things, Paramashiva has already revealed science, how to make it happen in our lives. Anyone who practices the Agama, they develop tremendous, powerful self-image and powerful respect about themselves. There's a big difference, which Swamiji says, between the respect which we have about ourselves, the powerfulness which comes when we have the self-respect about ourselves, and the pride and arrogance and ego we have by the so-called powerfulness which comes through us by our ego. Anything which is out of powerlessness, which is on the basis of powerlessness, which is formed because of our powerful cognitions, powerless thought currents, and powerless incompletions, all of that is what manifests as our ego. But in accordance to what Paramashiva has shared in the Vedagamas, if we base our life on the science of manifesting our reality, on the science of awakening our superconscious energies, then we will have a tremendous amount of self-respect upon ourselves. Self-respect for ourselves is never an ego. Mahadeva helps us and makes us powerful through the practices in the Agama, through the lifestyle of Paramadvaitam. If we understand the science of Kriya as per the Agamas, every moment of our life will become more and more powerful. We'll become more and more intelligent, more and more energetic. The Agama science is a very life-positive science, which is given to inspire us, to awaken our subtle intelligence, and to bestow more energy, to allow more energy expression to happen throughout our being. Once we understand the science of Kriya, we don't even need to create the fire and pour the ghee. Just through our pranayama, just through the breathing techniques, the fire is already generated, is already created within our being. Once you start living the lifestyle of Paramashiva, once you start living the lifestyle of the Agamas, you don't need to do any separate process, any separate technique. You don't need to do any separate thing to manifest your reality. Because your very lifestyle, which you're going to be living through the Vedagamas, helps you directly to manifest what you want in your life. It is a recipe to manifest your destiny in your life. We can manifest the same Agni from our body, and the Agni will manifest what we want as our reality. Again and again, we do not need to feed anything. We don't need to feed the rice, feed the ghee, and feed the fire. The fire will automatically be there and manifest what we want, whatever we want. Everything which we start doing in our life, our breathing, the way we clean and wash ourselves, the way we function in society, everything will become a spiritual practice to manifest our desires, to manifest what we want. Our eating itself can become a spiritual practice to manifest what we want. Yoga, as per Agama, is experiencing union, oneness with oneness itself. In the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, Patanjali defines yoga as yogaha chitti vritti nirodha, which means the cessation of the mind is yoga. But the description given by Paramashiva about yoga does not involve anything to do with the mind itself. It is like when you grow up, when you have completed your 10th standard, completed your 12th standard, then what your aspirations were, what your desires were, what you acquired when you were in elementary school, when you were just a small toddler. Those things, it is not that you hate them or you like them, you just don't have any meaning for them. They don't have any meaning in your life as well. It is the same case when the maturity, when your spiritual growth has become exponential, you have received and achieved a certain amount of maturity in your inner space, in your inner consciousness, automatically the mind becomes irrelevant to you in your life. The mind does not have any power, does not even matter for your daily functioning. Paramashiva does not say anywhere, does not prescribe, does not propose any sort of mind control through the entire Agama. Paramashiva only says that thoughtlessness, he doesn't even say that thoughtlessness is yoga. Paramashiva says the thoughts are too superficial to be playing and controlling and fighting with it. They fundamentally do not have any meaning in our life. Why would you want to fight? Why would you want to play? Why do we want to spend time with something which is meaningless, which has no meaning? Mahadeva's definition about yoga is by experiencing the oneness with oneness itself. Union with oneness is yoga. So what we understand that science, we will see the life in a completely different dimension. And finally, the last of the four padas, which is the Jnana pada. Paramashiva's definition about the Jnana pada is enlightened about everything that exists is Jnana. Union with one that exists is Jnana. And so these four, the Charya, Kriya, Yoga, and Jnana pada, the lifestyle, the processes, the union, and ultimately the enlightenment. Understand the science of Agamas was given through the Saptarishis, giving the complete manual end to end from a child is brought into this world, have before the child is brought into the world, and every step of the life of that child, from the time he is born, from the time he grows up, clearly given by Paramashiva on how it should be lived, how it should happen. Not only has Paramashiva graced us and gave us the blessing of living on this planet, but it also gave us the guidelines, the manual on how to live happily, how to manifest what we want as a reality on Agama verses. And when you live the Charyapada in your life, automatically the states, space, and powers of Paramashiva will start manifesting. One very simple, very beautiful practice, which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself practices in his daily life, is the application of Bhasma throughout every single part of our day. When we wake up in the morning, the first thing Paramashiva asks of us is to apply the Bhasma on our forehead. And to remember, because every time we apply the Bhasma, we are remembering ourselves as Paramashiva. And we are also remembering that everything other than Paramashiva is nothing but this ash. Ultimately, everything other than Paramashiva, finally one day or the other, it is going to end up as this ash. Every time before we take bath and after we take bath, applying the Bhasma. Before eating and after eating, applying the Bhasma. This is just one of the many Charyapada lifestyles, Charyapada guidances, which Paramashiva reveals and gives in the Vedagamas. And so when we decide to celebrate Paramashiva in a very lifestyle, that is what is the Charyapada. In our bioenergy, when we start connecting with Paramashiva through the various processes, that is the Kriya Pada. The whole of Kriya we practice the most in life. As disciples, as puja. But connecting our we are developing Paramashiva in our bioenergy.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Many people ask me how to receive Devi's grace fully. Listen carefully. Be very clear. Literally, you are seeing Paramashiva and Parashakti at that moment. She is there in your screen. So always receive them very traditionally. Keep 2 betel leaf, 1 banana, 1 betel nut in front of the screen. You watch Devi. 1 coin. It can be lowest unit available for you. It can be $1 or even 1 cent is okay. Coin. Coin is the traditional dakshina given in Hindu tradition. It can be lowest value. If you are in India, it can be 25 paise or 10 paise, or even if you get 1 paise coin, that is okay. If you are in US, it can be even quarter or even a cent. If you get a cent coin, that is also okay. Keep a coin. Coin is considered to be traditional dakshina. 1 betel nut, 2 betel leaf, 1 banana, 1 lowest minimum possible coin available for you. Offer that to Devi. That's the way the dakshina is offered traditionally. And after the darshan is over, do namaskar and eat that banana, betel leaf and betel nut. Take it as a prasadam immediately. That coin, collect, then send it to our temple, maybe the Los Angeles temple. You can send it. Keep minimum coin. I am not trying to monetize, please understand. You can keep 1 cent. But the traditional respect is giving some minimum coin. Especially women, Devi, when she comes, at least 2 betel leaf, 1 betel nut, 1 banana, 1 coin. As I said, it does not even need to be $1 coin. It can be even 1 cent coin. 1 cent is also okay. Whichever country you are living, the minimum denomination coin available, keep just 1 coin and offer it. After the darshan is done, eat that betel leaf and betel nut, banana. The coin, send it to nearest temple. Los Angeles is best. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om
Yes, Nithyananda, we'd like to again apologize for the technical glitch and the interruption. And so before we were going over the vision document given by Paramashiva for a sustained living, for an enlightened ecosystem, for those who want to manifest the state, space, and powers of Paramashiva. As per the vision document given by Paramashiva, Paramashiva mentions very clearly that 10% of the land should be a water body. It can either be a flowing water body or a stagnant water body, but 10% should be a dedicated water body. If you go over the vision document and if you construct the Adinam as described by Paramashiva and the Vedagamas, you will literally be creating a Vedagamic city. It will be a complete self-sustaining city. Right now in the modern day, in all the ecological communities and self-sustaining communities, all of these ideas Paramashiva had given this knowledge, imparted this knowledge to all of us more than 60 to 70,000 years back. It is our time, our responsibility to create the first modern day Vedagamic city, the first modern day Vedagamic university. And fortunately, with the grace and blessings of Paramashiva and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, we have all been blessed with enough intelligence and the enough wealth and spiritual powers to make all of this happen. With all the knowledge and all the powerful truths and cognitions which we have understood and gone through and learned about today, we are all having a responsibility which we must fulfill. And that is the Hindu votes. In Hinduism, fundamentally, the democracy in Hinduism is a responsible democracy. Those who have been educated, who have studied, and who know the field, they coming together and voting about the topics of which they are experts about. That is the responsible democracy of Hinduism. Every issue Hindu society is facing, every issue being faced by the Hindu community should be brought to the public platform, should be brought to everyone's notice, and should be addressed through the Hindu votes. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has created the first nation for Hindus, which have been created for Hindus and by Hindus. By becoming a part of KAILASA's free e-citizen, you can participate in the Hindu votes, where you can actively be a part of the major decisions being taken for the governance of KAILASA. These decisions and votes which we are making right now have a direct impact not only on our lives, but also on the current citizens of KAILASA and for generations to come. Today, having understood the living options, living the Vedagamic lifestyle is not only important for our spiritual well-being, but also has enormous positive impact on Mother Nature and the animals and various creatures and beings which we live around with us. By following the guidelines and instructions given by Paramashiva to create an enlightened ecosystem which both support the environment and our beings. Keeping this in mind, should Paramashiva's city planning instructions become the basis for urban infrastructural development? To cast your vote, you can head over to Twitter and to the Twitter handle at Sri Nithyananda. And this poll is already being posted right there. And you can cast your vote as to what you think should be our lifestyle, what you think should be done based on the governance of KAILASA about the Vedagamic cities and the Vedagamic lifestyles. So please take a few minutes to head over to Twitter and cast your vote, be a part of the Hindu votes, and voice your opinion, voice what do you think should be done about Paramashiva city planning. And so now with this, we come to the end of today's segment. Like all of you, we'd like to sincerely thank all of you for coming today and being a part of today's program of understanding and going through the various powerful cognitions revealed by Paramashiva, revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and taking part in the Hindu votes, where you are directly influencing the future of the first Hindu nation. And so now with this, I'm going to come to the end of the session and finish with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi Harihi Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukar Pranamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you, Nithyananda.